Hello, my name is Sako. They call me the Company Sense of Humor. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel, Spirit of Sako TV. It's been a great journey. We've been getting a lot of feedback from the video that we had last week, concerning the games that you should play at wedding reception, and it's been overwhelming. We had a guest last week, and Prophecy was amazing. In fact, it gave me a lot. It was an eye opener for me, and I'm so glad to have had him come on the set. Time Out with Sako. And today we'll be talking about games that you should play at birthdays. And guess what? I have Prophecy on set again. Can we please celebrate him? After this video, I'm going to bring him up. And remember to share this video. Trust me, it's going to be interesting.
Excuse me, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine, sir. Who is your favorite actor?
Oh, my actor?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Do you know the guy called Arnold?
Arnold.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. We call him Arnold Swags.
Look at this.
Yeah, so you should call him Arnold and they call me Seki.
Sir, you don't like Nigerian actors?
Not at all.
Please, can you help us spell it?
Spell what?
Your friend, Arnold.
Arnold?
Yes, Arnold.
Well, only Arnold?
With Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Schwarzenegger. Now, one thing I didn't tell you is I feel that we should promote Nigerian people. So, the person I want us to spell now is AY. AY Macon. Now, AY, that's AY. That's how to spell it. Then Macon is a Greek word that came from Macon. But because of people to respond to it, they say Macon, now Macon.
I hope you enjoyed that short break. Welcome back. This is another time out with Sako. And with me, I have Prophecy. Oh, Prophecy, thank you so much. You can see that your video is trending. It's trending. Thank you so much for
good to be here.
I have been in this game for a while, but you gave me a different views of games that should be done, and I'm trusting I'm going to try them at my wedding. And I'll give you the glory. Sorry, I'll give God the glory, and then you get the credit. Thank you. So, how did you get the name Prophecy? What's your full name? Okay, so you're an outcast or
mixed breed.
Mixed breed. Okay, so you're from where is it that from?
Ondo and Edo State.
Do you speak Edo?
Very well, fluently.
Okay, so if you want to say good morning to them, how do you say? So your uncle Edo went. So let's hear you say that.
No, you can say on it, babe. They will reply you. Hopefully.
Hopefully. On it, babe. So you had one that greet Epa, Mom,
okay, that's for Benin.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just I'm doing that now so forth. So your uncle Edo weddings, and then you uncle all kinds of weddings.
All kinds of.
Okay, so today we're talking about birthdays. Now let's just go straight. What are the games that we should play for birthdays? Now this one was adult. Let's go straight to the adult. I know that you are a pro for children's party, but that would be a master class that we're going to do separately so that people can appreciate this we're doing for free, so that people can, we'll let them know when we're going to do it, so that people can subscribe and then, possibly pay a little. Today we'll be talking about how to anchor birthdays in an African setting, and also be infusing games. We'll share with you some games that you can likely play, in an African setting. And first, before you anchor a birthday, you get a call or somebody recommends and asks you, have you anchored a birthday before? And then you say yes. And then the first thing you should find out is who is having the birthday. Find out, because it's important that you find out whose birthday, how old are they celebrating, is 60, is it 50, is it 40, is it 80? You know that the kind of words you use is also important. That's where the part of audience analysis comes in. You know the kind of jokes you should crack. If you're not a comedian, it's not a problem, but know the kind of...
Because jokes here are welcome.
Yes, jokes here, yes. If it's storytelling, you do storytelling. If it's comparison, you do comparison.
It's one-liner.
One-liner, you do one-liner. And then you go straight. You know that the kind of song that you should dance if it's for an elderly person, the band cannot be playing Bese because they're on Bese, on the man, Bese and all that. She not carry their leg very well. I'm sure you're going to interpret in Yoruba. I just spoke now, and then so it's also important. So first you start with welcome of guests. Welcome guests as a master of ceremony, and then you bring in the celebrant with our family. Grand entry. It's called the grand entry of the celebrant, and then you need to find out if the person is younger, 40, 50. You need to find out if the parents are still with us to recognize them, you might not recognize them at that beginning, but when they dance in and you've done opening prayer, you will recognize them properly. The parents of the celebrant celebrate, especially, and then when the person is married, as you celebrate the parents of the celebrant, remember to celebrate your in-laws. Remember to celebrate the in-laws, so that people do not run into trouble. Find out questions. Are your in-laws going to be coming? Please, what are their names? Is your father-in-law going to be there? Is your mother-in-law going to be there? Recognize them, so that all the attention will not be only on the celebrant and the family. Yes, it's that day. At the same time, we need to celebrate them. And then, what game do you think we should play?
The games here are icebreakers. They are not games that you just play from beginning to the end. Because you still have to do the cutting of the cake, you still have to take pictures.
Yes, take testimonies.
Take testimony, and people have to dance.
Yes, people have to
That's
dance.
the most important. So these games, same also, please don't make them too lengthy or pretty short. The first game we're playing is musical knowledge. This is where a DJ plays a song and then people seated, be it table 1, table 2, they tell you who sang the song and then the title. The killer here is where you now tell them the year of the song, okay? So you could do it 10 times, okay, at intervals, where any table that has the highest point is the winner. And if possible, any gift you people have at that party at that time, you could give, or you can provide picture taken with the celebrant, okay? So this one has to do with table 1, table 2, table 3. A song comes up and then they tell you who sang the song and then the title of the song. But take note of all the tables that are talking, because if you want to still continue with other games, those tables that are talking, and those are where you're going to be getting your candidates for the next game.
And then let me add to this. Every time you start a game, not everyone will respond to you at first. When you see a table respond to you, focus on that table. See, imagine they're the only table there. Make the other people look like, why are you not giving us attention? They didn't give you attention at first, and you know your job needs a lot of interaction. Yes, especially for virtual events, when you're anchoring virtual events, you know, always see the people. Remember that when you're doing something, always tell them to make comments. If you're anchoring an event on Zoom, make sure you ask them to give. If you're feeling what I'm doing, please make a comment. That's why you need to bring in games. I bring in riddles and jokes. You know, I bring in riddles. I say this, and I see, especially for virtual. You know, we're in the world of virtual right now, even though we're evolving. Yes, if you're not doing live events, make sure that your virtual event involves a lot of game, a lot of interactions. That will help you a lot. You'll be seeing people typing, you know, at any time. It's not comedy. Comedy might not work for you during the virtual event experience. Remember that the event is not about you, it's about the celebrant. It's about the game. Find out how well you know the celebrant. There's a game also where we call how well you know the celebrant. You find out the school, the celebrant went to, the primary school, the university, the place they served, and the first place they worked, the color, the first country they traveled to, the first language they spoke. You know, find out those things, you know, and then put it as a game. Remember also that gifts as a master of ceremony also opens door. I had an experience one time. I was going to anchor a gala night, and then I think they had a long day, and then they imagine, because sometimes they see the comedians as supermen, you know, or you know, as miracle workers, you know, especially when food is not being served on time, and they're not saying, Emcee, go and do something. And that's, oh, now you they send a scapegoat. Don't be a scapegoat. Get yourself prepared. If you need to get at least 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 in your pocket, especially when you see it's 1% compared to how much they pay. I'm sure some people will say, how much did they pay me that will bring in 5,000? Trust me, it's a seed. Remember I said it in the last video, it's a seed that you are sowing. Somebody might just need 500 naira for their transport fare. And then you'll say, if you can answer this, I'm going to give. And make sure that every time you say these things, you keep to your promise. So if somebody wins, make sure you bring out that 500. If I let it be cash, if you don't have cash, make sure you have a phone to top up their recharge card. I say, please, can I have your number? And then give them. Type it and give them. Trust me, when you stick to it, other events will come. Trust me. And then from feedback, most times the other event that you go to do from that event, you don't do much. Yes. Because they already see you very high there, and then you don't do too much because they already know you. That's one game. That's so you do the music game, and then you do the hour when you know the celebrant, and then the other one, the third one.
Number 3 is the rap mumble. Now this one is quite twisting a bit because when you call for people, they might not necessarily come out immediately.
Yes.
But there are some parties you go to, they just vibe with you, and immediately they want to come out. But if you have a rigid kind of audience, okay, it's best that you tell the celebrant to actually mention names for you.
Mention names, yes, I
Okay,
get
so,
that.
sir, ma, I need 10 people to come out.
Mm.
So then allow the celebrant have fun.
Yes.
Okay, give her or him the mic, let him come. Now, I always like, for the rap mumble, I always say that use men. Because if you use women, it's going to be super, super hilarious. But men too is awesome because they didn't see this coming. So now this game is quite simple. Now you're bringing these men out, but don't start off immediately, okay? Make them feel comfortable. So you can start off first with a fashion parade. You know, women can walk, but men, tell them to walk like boys, one by one. You see that the atmosphere begins to change immediately, okay, one by one. Now they are comfortable, they are fine. Now the next thing that comes to their head for everybody I've brought out or you bring out, they think the next thing they are doing is they're dancing.
They're dancing.
So, but before now, please make sure you have actually spoken to the DJ that you need an instrumental. This instrumental can be a rap instrumental, not too high, not too fast,
yes.
medium size. So you tell the DJ, sir, that instrumental I told you to play earlier, please play it now. So you tell them they should listen, okay, and they listen to this instrumental, and then you put them right on spot. Now they're going to be rapping, but this one they're not rapping off key, they're rapping on the key.
On the key,
So
on the
anything that's at the party there, that's what they rap.
Yeah.
So you could use the celebrant name, you could use the celebrant age.
You can do. Let's do an example. Let's do like a rap. No, try. No, let's.
Joe, we are right here with time out.
No.
Sako.
Now I used to have a dream, things went so dim.
Oh.
I took you as a friend, but you only pretend.
Boom.
I found myself in pain, but you only pretend.
Oh.
Puyaka. Oh, don't sign me.
Take it.
Sign me.
So it's a killer,
No,
trust me.
it's a
So
killer.
one by one, you allow them rap, okay?
Yeah.
As Sako said, you could actually just upload them with
Upload
any
them.
gift.
Yeah,
you have.
upload
So
them on
one
any
is the music knowledge, 2 is how well you know the celebrant, 3 is the rap mumble. Now number 4, you know when
Number
you now
5.
number 5.
Yes.
So when you now do for men,
Yes.
trust me, and they see how engaging that was, the women will be like, we are here also.
Yes.
What about us? Okay. Now most MCs want to do gala, but I don't advise it at birthday parties. Why? Because these people are well dressed, they
Yes.
have that gala on,
Yes.
they have everything on.
Yes.
Okay, and some people who want you to touch their husband.
Yes.
Okay, so I advise that if you are clueless, do the musical chair for the women. Okay, or you do the scavenger hunt for the women. So you see, I'm giving you 2 options for you to pick. The scavengers on same thing too that we do in weddings. You can tell these women. But you see, these women are old most times. Okay, at parties they might be age 50, 60.
And depending on the kind of event that you want to do, there's some rich people that will not want to do all these things.
Don't want to do.
You know, you have to be careful. Like I said, you need to read body languages. If you
That's what I was going to.
you need to read
because
body language. If you see that and you mention something and they're not ready, say, don't worry, go and sit down. Tell them, go and sit down, don't worry. Who wants to stay? Go and sit down. Like I said, you don't have to use all the things that we're sharing with you at an event. You could just do one. See, if it is one you do and you do it well, go on.
Move to your testimony.
To your testimony, share testimony. And when you're sharing testimonies, remember to ask, you need to ask before that time, find out from the couple, from the celebrant what she wants. Does she want general testimonies or she wants some written names or that some names they're going to send to you? Those are very important. Ask those are questions. Ma, do you want me to call people randomly or you want to give me names of people that you want me to call? Who's going to propose the toast? Remember that we started earlier on, we started with welcoming everybody by the MC. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Audelo Kundalai, but you can call me Sako, and I'm very honored to be the company of today's event. Today, we're celebrating an intelligent woman, a dutiful woman, and now we're about to bring her in grand entry. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to bring in Mrs. Adeyemi Adebit. That's the name I just formed in my mind. And then she dances in with everybody will stand up. She dances in with her family. When she's seated, you take the opening prayer. When she's seated, we take the opening prayer.
1 or 2 materials.
1 or 2 material if you want.
But trust me, the musical knowledge, everybody plays it because they are seated, you're not stressing them. And they love it.
And they love it.
Because you're taking them back.
Yes. And then when you do that, you need to find out before that time if she has a chairman. If she does not have a chairman, no problem.
You switch off.
Another thing I usually do, I like to engage the children. So I say, man, do you like, especially when they have younger children, would you like me to bring in, ask any of the children to come do a welcome remark? it's always nice. The excitement is always, yes, I like to say welcome. Let them write it down. I come. My name is Tomiwa Page, and I'm here to welcome you on behalf of my mother's birthday or my father's birthday. Thank you so much. If you don't have anybody, do the welcome. On behalf of the Adequate family, thank you so much for coming. We have enough food to eat. Remember to tell them where the gent is. The gent or the ladies is by my right hand side, by my left hand side. If you need to take the stairs, let them know. Just basically tell them all those things. The next game is so after we've done all you remember the program, I'm going to type it for you so you can see them and follow them. We'll do testimonies, find out who's going to give testimonies. After that, then the next game we can do.
That's when you can now do either the musical knowledge, rap, mumble, Iskamenja or Dikini. Okay? And then you can now go back to the program and say, okay, yes, we want to take pictures.
You need to also find out if the children has a special presentation. They might want to sing, they might want to recite a poem,
exactly,
they might want to play the keyboard. Find out all those things before that time so you can make the arrangement for them. It's going to be easy. But possibly find them to run through what they will say.
And most times they might have told you as the MC beforehand. So you want fixing it.
Yes, in the program. And then when you have done that, you might allow them to do their first dance, allow the couple, allow the celebrant dance with their spouse or with their husband. Any of them. You cannot do like a first dance. It's your birthday, but we want you to have a special day with your friend. And also be sensitive that if the person is above 40 or something or 50 and is not married, remember, you need to ask, is it that you ask the member what happened to the husband?
Yes.
Are they together? Some of them might be separated, but you have to be careful. Be very careful. Be careful. If you do not see the father or the mother around or something, ask questions. Is the father coming? He's not coming? Okay, so something happened to them. Okay, or they're separated. Focus. Let that birthday be about the person, not about the spouse.
I think getting all the information helps you.
It helps you more. It's good that you get there on time. Don't assume. Assumption is very wrong.
Get everything.
Please get all the information. Sometimes, and the truth is, sometimes you may not get all the information, but also the power of observation is important.
Key.
When you get to an event, observe.
That's why it's good to go early.
Observe when the bride and when the celebrant is about to come in. Observe. Okay, this person is not coming in with her husband, or even if the husband is older, you need to also be. It's not your business. Your job is to do your job.
Yes.
That's another quote. Your job is to do your job. It's not going to say, this person. It's not your business.
Don't go off key.
Don't go off key. Stay on your focus. Stay on the focus until you become a focus.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have another free? You're not using it again.
Talking about observation,
yes.
When you also observe your celebrant, which is your client, also observe the audience.
Yes.
Okay, there are some audience who their focus is on their celebrant.
On the celebrant.
So all they're just trying to tell you is, hey, if you want to get our attention,
focus. Yes. So it's either yes. So you need that, and then if you want to be the focus, you now use the celebrant as your focus. But remember, don't go and start embarrassing anybody. I'm very emphatic about that. When you do that, so after we don't allow the couple to dance or allow the celebrant to dance with our spouse or so with his spouse, and then we'll cut the cake. We'll allow them to cut the cake.
Cake now, cutting of the cake can now be unique. Also, is diverse. There are some people who will tell you, Saku, please, I have selected people I want to take pictures with first.
Yes.
I'm going to take with everybody.
Yes.
So, as an MC, make sure you actually handle that part with care. Because don't come and use, we have some special people.
Yes.
Everybody comes to an event is special. But these people were selected to take pictures with the celebrant. Everybody would. So please, sometimes you could do table by table.
Yes.
Table one come take picture with this person.
Yes.
Two come
Sometimes they might have their old school, old association. Yes. Especially if they go to Ife, they want to sing the anthem, Great Ife, Africa. You want to sing,
And check the sequence when you're taking pictures. Check. It switches you to the mood to dance.
Yes.
Okay. You could put the celebrant in front.
And they start dancing.
I always like it.
Yes.
Give the celebrant that shine. Let the celebrant be the one leading the dance. Okay. It's more like an aerobics. Watch the celebrant. Everything the celebrant is doing. That's what you do. Even if the celebrant doesn't want to dance, trust me. When they do, go circle, Go Sako, go Sako. I wish I could show you Sako downstairs. You have some downstairs.
So let's move on. So after you've done that, and then when you cut the cake, at that time you just quickly propose the toast. This will also determine.
And I wanted to say for the testimonies.
Yes.
Like how many can one do at the party and the time range?
You can do 5 depending. And one thing that I usually do at birthdays is when they give you, when the celebrant says open it, let people talk.
Yes,
that time before you do that, always remember to take numbers. I like to take, I've been instructed to take 6 people. Please signify. Sometimes people will not signify. Only 2 will signify. It's when the 2 start talking, someone will say, I remember, please, can I need to be strict also with time. You know, sometimes you're not giving, sometimes you even throw it to the celebrant. So that they will say you're setting them up. Mama, she wants to say something. Or they come to meet you when somebody's talking to you that likes to talk. Quickly go and whisper it to somebody. And you in that birthday, you need to find out who you listen to, who you take instructions from. Because there will be some people that will come to birthday and they want to give you instructions that were not part of the instruction. Do this now. Before you do that instruction, make sure you find out confirm from the celebrant or the person that contacted you. This person said I should say this. Is it proper? Especially when it's not right. Is it proper to say this? Please find out who is this person. I need to find out because sometimes some people just come out of the blues and say recognize. You didn't recognize this person. Sometimes they are the ones that you want to be recognized. I say my boss just enter. If the celebrant says that they want a general recognition, not one-on-one recognition, because sometimes when you recognize one person, you don't recognize another person. It's another one. So you need to be careful about the recognition. It's a general recognition. You want one-on-one. As people call me, you give me their names and I recognize. And sometimes, like I said, if you cannot pronounce their name, find somebody. Yes, if you don't let somebody, Emcee, to do this person now. Once you see the name and it's like a sentence, I beg you in the name that's above every name, don't pronounce it. Don't say I need to know how to pronounce the name. Or can I get somebody? I've done it. I've anchored a Biasa wedding that I had to call the guy. I said, please, can you call the name? There was nothing wrong with that. Can you please call the name? You didn't give me 5. No, I would have given 1 week for them, do a voice note and get it. Okay?
You might be an MC and you're watching, and all you are saying to yourself is, but for every event I get, they always tell me what to do. Now, all these icebreakers or games we're giving you, anything can happen at an event.
Yes.
Sako gave a flow
yes.
that you can actually work on. Okay? But check, anything can happen. It can be good, it can be bad. But everybody's watching you as an MC. Yes. So how you can switch up immediately is what they respect you for, they give you the accolade for. So these games, there are some parties you can go, a birthday party that you necessarily don't need games.
Yes, yes.
But you see, the testimony, you need it. The welcome address, you need it. The grand entry, you need it. Yes. But there are sometimes the celebrant can just tell you, okay,
I don't want to walk in. Engage my people. And celebrant people say, I don't want to dance in. I just want to sit down. So what will happen? Just go straight, open prayer, give welcome remark, take testimony. Remember the toast. Somebody for toast, toast is usually done. I learned that from a grand mentor Alibaba. That toast is usually done by someone older than the celebrant.
Yes.
So make sure you get someone.
I learned that from Basol.
Yes, yes. So learn. Yes, always ask and all this. And after that, remember to allow the celebrant to give a vote of thanks. If the celebrant does not have the capacity, especially when the person is older, you can get one of the children to say thank you to everyone. On behalf of my family, on behalf of my parents, thank you so much for coming. And then the party, you just leave it on autopilot for people to dance.
To dance.
All right. So we just ran through, or in summary, make sure you have your birthdays engaging. There's another one that that I do that we'll talk about it. Another thing that I do at my birthdays. But don't worry with this one. This is like a basic. You can always improvise and get better. You don't need much.
You need materials.
Yes. No, you've gotten all this material. If you consume all this material we're giving to you, trust me, you will come out with testimonies. Remember to always introduce yourself properly. Introduce yourself properly.
Dress smart. Yes,
dress smart. If it's a wedding, it's a birthday, usually casual natives or smart natives. Depending. If it's a black tie event, make sure you are there. That's some birthday that will tell you it's a black tie event. Black. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Don't forget to subscribe and share.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe.